I like teeth. I feel like teeth are important, and
This is Autumn, high school basketball star, shower singer, one-time dreamer of a career in dentistry. Autumn is our current Miss Georgia Earth and is prepping for Miss Earth USA this weekend. Autumn's got big dreams, and even though they might look a bit like a Picasso painting, she is definitely built for connection and relationship, in whatever way those decide to show up.
When you're someone like me, right? Like, I feel like for you, acting it's clear cut. Like, that's what you want.
Yeah.
Right. And you will have these side ventures along the way that'll just fuel that passion to ultimately be in an action movie on a big screen, just doing all these flips and kicks and shooting people,
Yeah, right.
But I think for someone like me, who is just seeing like a Picasso painting and not understanding what it means, I think it's just important to just take steps, right?
Yeah. Autumn's a model and works a 9-to-5. So I like to think that when Autumn walks into work every day, that she walks into the WebMD offices like she is crushing it on the runway. Yeah, WebMD. Don't Google your symptoms.
When you think about WebMD, you just think about, Googling your symptoms and everything. And like, I know when you first were looking at the position, I was like, I didn't even know there was more to WebMD,
right.
Which I guess is a really
Me neither.
ignorant fact. I don't know.
WebMD, let's apply.
Yeah.
I'm on the Medscape side, and what we do is we provide continuing medical education to healthcare professionals. What draws me to healthcare is helping people.
If I had to put Autumn's dream into words, maybe that's what I'd say. Autumn loves helping people, serving people.
So you are currently our Miss Georgia Earth.
Yeah. My dad always tells me, the journey is a marathon, not a sprint. And it's quite a marathon.
Autumn's been competing in pageants on and off since high school, and ultimately it led to a lot of frustration for her. And she started having a hard time seeing herself.
I didn't make it past the top 15, and everyone around me was kind of like, what? I don't know. How did you not make it? And, at first you're like, yeah, like, how did I not make it? And then you're kind of like, stop telling me this. Like, you just keep telling me that I didn't make it. Like, I don't understand. Just sort of thinking like, okay, like, I can do this. If I win this will be awesome. I could just pay my way. And they called me. I got best interview. I got best in swimsuit. And then I got first runner up. And so I was not even crowned anything. I think 2018 was the last time I competed in the USA system. And after that one, just not making top 5 was really soul crushing. When you're chasing your dreams and you constantly get a no, it's really, really tough to keep going. And I just took that step I just realized I needed to take a step back. Like, I just needed to get aligned with like who Autumn was, because I kept trying to get into what I thought the judges wanted instead of who I want. Just from hair, makeup, like I just never felt like myself, like when I saw myself walk, like I was like, okay, that's my walk. Like, I know I can kill it on the walk. But when I just looked at myself, I just didn't feel comfortable with like who I was.
Oh my God.
And so I really had to take that step back. And I took like a year and a half off, and Miss Georgia Earth just happened. And my line sister was like, hey, you should look at this. And I looked at it, and then I was like, okay, let's just try it. Like, let's just try one more time. Like, this was going to be my last one. I'm like, okay, let's just put the heels on and see what happens. And I prepped, and then I won. And now we're here.
But it hasn't always been the same old dream for Autumn.
There was one thing. I wanted to be a singer.
What?
I cannot.
Wait, Autumn, I didn't know this either.
I don't tell many people.
So when did you realize, like, okay, singing is not gonna be for me?
I think it was early on. I think it was like in the shower, just singing, and it was kind of like,
You're like, nope.
This isn't it. This isn't it, girl. This isn't it.
This fact makes so much sense to me. Autumn and I met serving at 12 Stones Student Ministry, and look, when I tell you that we both got down to some worship music, the band called us out.
And it's been a growing journey ever since. I think when I met you, I was for sure in the upside of things, and I was just on fire for my faith. I was like just on fire with it. And I was so honored to be a leader to these younger girls, because I'm like, okay, like, it's the whole be who you needed when you were younger, yes, right?
Yeah.
I didn't have an Autumn to talk to. I'm the oldest child, oldest grandchild. Like, every family gathering was lonely because there was the adults and then there was the little baby kids, and like there was just no one for me to talk to or, vent all this stuff to. And as leaders at church, that's what we serve as. We serve as that big sister that if they feel comfortable enough, they'll open up and they'll talk.
Okay, so I'm trying to figure this out. What is Autumn's big dream? Is it a thing? Is it just to love and connect with as many people as she can?
I think there's a title in it somewhere.
Yeah.
I think it's a thing. Getting comfortable with the fact that I just know it's not going to look like what I think it is.
Yeah.
And I can't even tell you what I want it to be, because it's changed so much, and I'm just letting go of what I'm picturing it to be. Because I just need to hold on to the fact that, like, He will make it happen, and He will do exceedingly abundantly more than I can even ask, think, or imagine. I actually just read today in 1 Kings about how God talks to us in whispers. And so it's all about trying to understand these whispers, trying to listen for them, trying to get closer to Him. And I say used to be because I'm getting out of it, a perfectionist, in the sense that I just thought that I had to be perfect. Everything I did needs to be perfect. And I'm finally resting in the place of progression and just being, happy. And I think just with where I'm at, I'm content with where God has me, because it goes back to this whole thing of just knowing I'm meant for something big. Yeah. And when I say big, for everyone listening, I mean big, not necessarily famous, but I just believe that there's a level at which I'm supposed to be, and I don't know what that looks like. I used to think it was singing when I was 7, and then I used to think it was modeling, then I used to think it was Miss Universe, and now we're just, we're seeing where it takes us. I think it's important when you're dream chasing, to find those small moments of validation, right? Because that's what keeps us going.